Hello and welcome to Connecting Consciousness, Illinois. I'm Stanley Smith. Years ago, I used to take train trips each summer out west on all the famous intercontinental lines, the Southwest Chief, California Zephyr, and the Empire Builder. I used to ensconce myself in my compartment with my books and be in my own private world. However, some of my favorite moments on the train was when we would enter into a long curving turn, especially as we approached the mountains. It was during this time that I could see either the head of the train or the end of the train, an observation car. It was during those moments when I was reminded that I was not alone on the train, but was part of a larger moving narrative. That is why it's truly a delight to hear from our members around the state each week and be able to see the greater picture of where we are going here in Illinois. One of our members contacted me and asked me if I thought it was worthwhile to try to organize a meetup in her area. And I said, I didn't see why not. And within an hour of posting the meetup in Vernon Hills, we had 3 RSVPs. Jeff Moore on the North Shore and Chris Manella in the Kewanee area both had the same idea at the same time when they suggested we have a Friday happy hour on Zoom each week, which just proves great minds do think alike. Michael Edwards in Springfield asked me if we could have a greater website presence here in Illinois, and I immediately contacted Yamina, who heads up the website for the US and individual states. Yamina agreed that Michael had a very good observation about our web presence, that the page could provide a portal for new people or potential new members to get an idea of what we have going on here in Illinois and how to join. Michael also asked if we could have a meeting of various group leaders around the state. This is also a terrific idea. I did mention to Michael that from my perspective, I do kind of consider the Saturday call to be serving that purpose at this moment. I know many of you might not see yourself as a leader, but it is sometimes hard to see ourselves. When you consider the larger membership picture, everyone who is engaged on the call, engaged in a meetup or had an event, is in fact on the leading edge of membership, literally. Another topic that comes up from members is the ZIM notes and currency revaluation. I sometimes share a little history about currency revaluation right here in this country during the Civil War, when overnight Confederate bonds were reduced in value to nothing. But my favorite thing to share about currency is what Simon has mentioned, that in his estimation, the current value of the US dollar is 2 cents. From that, one could surmise that you might as well leave your money in US dollars if you want to invest in a devalued currency. When I hear the topic of currency and investing, I understand that we all want some kind of security and level of comfort and personal assurance to secure our personal autonomy in this lifetime, and that is understandable. We also want to have agency to do spiritually what we believe we ought to do. Our US Constitution is about agency and moral grounding, and at its core, it's a spiritual document, not a document about personal autonomy. All our rights and protections emanate from a spiritual grounding and not the other way around. That is why it is important during these challenging times to hold to the good and not be discouraged by the things and systems of the world. If we are strong spiritually, then we will be able to withstand whatever challenges come along. But if we are discouraged, disempowered, and lack agency and will, we are very likely to fail in our mission, no matter how many ZIM notes or Confederate bonds we might have. In 1912, when the Royal Mail steamer, the Titanic, struck an iceberg, it was not the damage caused by the iceberg that caused the ship to sink. It was a flaw in the iron used to build the ship, which caused it to structurally fail. Do I think Illinois is heading toward an iceberg? I'm not sure. But I suspect our members want to be prepared spiritually, morally, and physically so we can protect ourselves from enemies without and from within with all the style and grace of those on the upper decks combined with the grit and determination of all of our fellow passengers. Wherever you are embarking today, I hope the sun is shining on your port side as well as your starboard side. And I look forward to seeing you at an upcoming Zoom call or at a local meetup very, very soon.